Nick Baldwin for SevereMMA here with former UFC light heavyweight champion Sugar Rashad Evans. Rashad, you're being inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame this year. What does that sound like? How good does that feel?
It feels amazing, to be honest. It's something that I didn't really expect, and to have it happen is a surreal moment for me.
You've done so much in the sport. It's hard to put into words how much you've done, but where does being in the Hall of Fame rank among sort of like accomplishments and maybe dreams even?
It's right up there. I mean, honestly speaking, it's the icing on his cake right now, to be honest. And this makes it easier for me to walk away from the sport and to know that I did it, you know. And ending a career is always a hard thing, and especially if you don't end it the way you wanted to end it, winning and everything like that. So it's hard. It was hard for me just to walk away, but being able to walk away like this is good.
How did you know that when you did step away, that was the right time to do so?
It was because, you know, fighting has always been an emotional thing for me, and fighting's always been like something that came natural for me, and it almost felt as if like I had a co-pilot with me, like another character that fought for me. When I knew it was time to go or stop fighting, is when that character, that feeling, that energy was no more. It was gone. It was almost as like it evaporated. And then I felt like I was forcing it, and then fighting wasn't coming natural. And my performances were showing that. So then I was like, unless I can get back that feeling, then I don't want to compete anymore.
Do you have one favorite memory in the sport of MMA? That's such a tough question because, as I said, you've done so much, you've fought for so long. But is there one thing, maybe two, that stands out?
One, I mean, I would have to say this is my new favorite memory.
Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Hall of Fame. This is my new favorite memory. But if I'm gonna look back, I'm gonna look and say, man, you know, there's so many pivotal moments in my life where I felt as if like, you know, I needed to make that step in order to progress and become the person that I wanted to be. And I've answered that call many times. So I would probably say the Chuck Liddell fight.
How much did your successful broadcasting career sort of play a part in, yeah, it's time to walk away because you have something else? Not every fighter does.
Yeah, it played a good part in it just because of the fact that I did have something else. And, you know, when I think about it, talking and being on the show is what I want to do. And I don't want to sound punchy. I don't want to sound beat up. And I was starting to think about, like, you know, what my life is going to be after fighting, you know. When you've been in a sport for as long as I've been in a sport, you know, the injuries started to mount up. You know, I started fighting in 2000, you know, trained everything in 2000 and didn't finish until last year. So that's a long time. And then on top of that, I had my whole wrestling career. So my body's been taking a beating for so long, but now it's time to just give it a rest.
So is it fair to say long-term injuries, CTE, among other things, they started to become a bit of a concern? Make sure, you know, you can live life to your fullest later in your later years?
Yeah, it definitely did. You know, worrying about CTE, worrying about all that kind of the health issues started to creep up on me because, you know, when you're younger, you think you're invincible and you feel invincible. But as life goes on, you get injured and you start to realize you're mortal, and you start to realize that even you can die and you can get hurt. Then you start to think differently, like, okay, well, I don't want that for myself. So what do I need to do to make sure that I protect myself from any kind of head injuries like that?
Now, of course, you're Jim Hard Knocks 365. Well, how would you explain your presence there? Are you still there all the time training and coaching now?
I'm like the...
You're out and about, though, I'd guess.
I'm the old coach that comes in every once in a while that's still in shape. And I tell all the guys I'm out of shape just so I can put it on them one good time. No, but it's good, though. I go to the gym and I help out the guys, and you know, it's a lot of fun. And that's what I like to do. I like to make it fun. As long as I'm fun, I'm able to challenge the guys and push them, but also teach them and mentor them along the way.
Thanks, Rashad. I appreciate it.
Thank you.